Hey everyone, welcome back to day 3 of building an Instagram clone with Ruby on Rails and StimulusReflex. Today we're going to try to get to using Append Cable, and before that we need to fix our last feature, which was about logging in. So I'm gonna switch to my editor and run the test so we know where we left off yesterday. So if you remember, I added this sign out method that doesn't exist, just so we get a reminder of what it is that we need to do today. Because without it, we had an expectation about a welcome message that was already there. So today we need to fix that, and the sign out step is the first one in the list, and then we need to log in the user back and also display welcome Mexico here because that's the username. Okay, so to sign out the user, I could create a helper method here because I can see myself doing this a few times. So sign out is going to be click on user sign out, and to do that I'm going to use a helper method that device provides. I'm going to put that in my application HTML. Right, so here we kind of have something that should look like a menu. I know that this doesn't look like anything right now, but we'll get to it. We'll make it much prettier than it is. But for now, I'm gonna use a helper that device provides, a helper route. Rails routes. Sorry about that. Okay, which is sign out. This is the one I'm looking for. Destroy user session. So sign out and destroy user session, and this one's a delete action. So method delete, and the ID is sign out. Yeah, sign out. Okay, so which was the failing feature? So it signed out successfully because we can see that message, but it couldn't find welcome Mexico because we're not logged in. So that one's working. I can remove this line. Let me move these in here. So now we need to log back in, right? So I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna have a sign in method, and in that sign in method I'm gonna put actually visit the home page, click on user sign in, and then I'm gonna have a user email field and then a user password field and then a submit button. Sign in, submit. Okay, that should do it. Should see the message, yeah. So here I need to have a sign in method, and the sign in method is going to be user sign in, user session. Okay, So let's try that. Unable to find field user email, and that's probably because like I said before, the default device views don't use any IDs. They use the default Rails IDs, and those are using underscores. So let me pop into those device views and go to the sessions new page. Yeah, and here we need to add the ID. User sign in and user password. Okay, and submit. User sign in, submit. Okay. So it looks for user email. Do I want it to be user email? Yeah, I do. I was thinking about the prefix. Maybe I want user sign in email, but there's no point in that because I don't have any other fields on the page. Okay. So now the message is signed in successfully. And I'm not sure that's what I want. I want to use welcome and then the username. So let's go back to the device translations there. Sign in. Do we have signed in? Yeah, this is the one. Okay, so I'm guessing that we can override this as well, like we did with the registration one. So application controller. No, it's not here. It's in the registration controllers. Yeah, so this is what we've done with the registration controller. And now let me see how we can do the same thing with the sign in with the sessions controller. Device flash sessions controller. I was looking at this one before. After signing, maybe there's an after sign. So what I could do is generate C tags for this project and its gems. And I hope this is working. Tag, yes, tags. I know I have a gem, Ruby gem C tags something, and I can generate C tags for my gems, but I don't remember the command for it. Gem C tags. Oh, this is one, gem C tags. Oh, I don't. That's weird. So this should be able to generate C tags for all my gems, and then I can try to find methods that are called after signing something. So tags, no, tag after sign, Okay, so after sign in path 4. Yeah, I do have one. Okay, so this is using the same logic. Sign in root path. Yeah, that's not what I want. This is what I want. So basically I need to create a sessions controller. RB. Sessions controller. Okay, and it's a protected method. Now I'm gonna do the same thing. Okay, so controllers, registrations, sessions. Okay. Looks like I have a typo somewhere. Yeah. So action destroy cannot be found. Okay. Oh, right, because this one needs to inherit from the device sessions controller. So okay. So it looks like that works, but there's a comma there, so I'm going to remove that because it makes no sense. Okay, so that should pass now, and it does. And so if I run all my tests now, I have them all passing. So that's a good point to have a commit, and that's what I'm going to do next. So I've installed the device. This is all device stuff. Remove the home page. Yeah. Should see a welcome message. Is this? Yeah, this is homepage steps. I don't know. Should see a welcome message. Yeah, I'll leave that in for now. Even though it might not be used. So let me think about that. Initializer, migrations, user sign up. Okay, factories, sure. Tags, no, I don't want to commit that. Okay, so with the homepage steps, what do I want to do? Homepage steps. Let me just see if I use them. I am on the home page. I might want to rename this to generic steps. and yeah, and let those in for now, because I think I might use them. Added users. Bash origin. Okay, so now that's on GitHub, and we can focus on the next thing. So the next thing I want to do is whenever the user creates a post, I want that post to be broadcasted to all the other users, or maybe, yeah, users or browsers or tabs that are open. So that's what I want to focus on right now. And so for create post, I want to add a new feature. Actually, I'm going to add a new step here, and everyone and all users should wonder if I can what? I wonder if I can write that in just one step. So I'm thinking something like all users should see the new post without refreshing browser, without reloading the page. Yeah, that works. So what that does, no, it doesn't work. So the reason it doesn't work is because I need to open two browsers at the same time. So let's just create a separate scenario for that. Posts, new posts are broadcasted to all users. Okay. So the first thing is I want to be logged in. Given I'm logged in, how do I name this? So what I want to say is that I have two browsers open, and if I create the post in one of them, I should see the changes in the other one without refreshing the page. So given I'm logged in and I open a second browser window, when I create a new post, then I should see the post in the second window without loading the page. That doesn't look ideal. I would prefer it to be shorter. Then I can see the post. Second without Yeah, that looks okay. So now I have two new steps. First one is I open a second browser window, and the second one is I can see the post in the second window without reload. So I'm going to open my post steps, paste those in, and now to open a new window, Capybara has a method called using session, something like that. Let me look it up. Capybara using session. Window. I think it's session. Within session, is that within window? Yeah. Within window, I think it's called. Is there a within session? With session or within? No. In window. Yeah, this is probably it. Okay, so Capybara. Within window, browser 2. And it takes a block. And here I want to go to the home page because that's where all the posts should show up. And for the last test, I'm going to go to the same window and make sure that I can see that post. Okay. So let's run this. I'm gonna need to use JavaScript for this. Not sure if I have this configured, but we'll see. Okay, so it's opening Firefox. Wow, I don't want that. Yeah. I want to configure Capybara to use WebKit, so I'm gonna I'm gonna copy a piece of code that I've used in a lot of projects, so I'm gonna use it in here as well. Okay, so what this does is it uses the Selenium Chrome headless browser or driver. That means that it doesn't open the window unless I want it to. So if I comment this out, it opens the window so I can see it, but otherwise it goes in the background, but it's using a real browser to test the feature, a browser that's capable of using JavaScript. So now it gives me invalid email or password. Why would that be? Line 9. Line 9 is this. But it's not that, it's line 6. Well, I'm not sure why that it gives me that error, but we're gonna find out. It's not what I want. Okay, so sign up. I'm gonna move that in here. Sign up. User email. Oh. I might know what's going on. Let's just first switch to the non-headless browser and see if we can identify the problem. Okay, so it cannot log in. I think I know what the problem is. Yeah, so I think the problem is that the user needs to confirm his account before signing in. And I'm not sure exactly why it worked previously, but it looks like with this browser, it's not working anymore. So just to verify that assumption, I want to see if I have a confirm user.methods grep confirm. Device confirm user. Oh, confirmable. No, so confirmable is not not enabled. So that's not the case. Let's just sign up. That's the same email, right? Email secret, yeah. Let me run these again. Okay, so I can create an account. Actually, let me use the same browser here. It's weird that if you can create an account, you cannot log in. Huh. Okay, I know what's happening. So with the full browser, when you register for a new account, the browser validation stuff kicks into place, and it looks like the username field is an email field. Views, device, registration, new, username. Yeah, so this one's an email field, and it's got to be a text field. Sorry about that. Okay, so let's try this again. Okay, that's better. So now I can run the test in headless mode, which is the same thing, but it's not opening a window because I don't want to see that, and it's a little bit faster this way. So now the failure is on our current feature test. Within window. Yeah, I suspect that's not what I want. So I think what I want is within session. Actually not within, it's using session. So within using session, and this opens a new session. Oh, I should just run that one test. Okay, so now it opened a new window, it created a post, and now this is the failure I was looking for, because this is actually testing what I wanted to test, meaning that the post is created in one browser, but it's not broadcasted to all the others. So maybe we should have two windows opened here so we can see that. Okay, let's start a Rails server. Okay. And now let me open a new window and go to the same page. Okay. Right. So I hope you see that. And now I don't have to be signed in to be able to create a post, but because I didn't add that feature in. I assume that you can create posts even if you're not signed in, but that would probably be a good feature to add to make sure that the user is signed in to be able to create a post, because that will create problems later on. But for now, let me just choose an image, add something here. This is the second post, submit. And now I have this second post here, even though I would like it to be on top, but I don't see it here. So that's what we want to do here, is to broadcast the change to the other window. So the way you do that is by using ActionCable. So let me Google that. ActionCable. Sorry, not ActionCable. Cable Ready. Cable Ready. It goes through ActionCable, but not that one. Cable Ready. It's part of StimulusReflex. Okay, so this is what I want. Okay. This is interesting. It's an upgrade from Hotwire TurboStreams. Yeah, it looks like these two are competing, and I'll probably do a video about Hotwire as well, but I find this interesting. I've never compared the two, but maybe it's worth looking into. Okay, so let's look at the installation. I have these already, so I'm not going to bother with that. So let's check package JSON. Cable. Yeah, I have cable ready and ActionCable. And now it wants Redis. I'm not sure if I have that. Redis. Okay, I have Redis. I wonder what that is. Hi, Redis. Okay. Client for Redis. Okay, fine. So let's install those. And then ConfigCable needs to have this Redis address. ConfigCable. Yeah, and it looks like it does. So that should work, I guess. Set up. So we need to have a channel let's generate one. Oops. And call it posts. Yeah, let's call it posts. Okay, so this generates a bunch of stuff. Generates a post channel and then some JavaScript code. So this is the post channel, and then JavaScript code. Yeah, I'm guessing this is just boilerplate. Yeah, consumer. So this is where you do your stuff. You have these callbacks, and then you can define code wherever you need. Okay, so in this channel, let's open the channel. It says that in this subscribe method, you need to define a stream. Yeah, I'm going to call this posts. And then in the channel.js file, so channels here, I need to import cable ready. Cable ready. And then in the received method, I need to use this to perform the data operations. Okay, so the way this works is you queue up a few updates to the DOM, and then you broadcast those operations. All right. Okay, now we can go ahead and open the controller. So controller posts, and here with the create action, I'll do cable ready posts. This is using that stream. And then to update the DOM, there are a few helpers that cable ready provides. And I need to find those. Yeah, so you've got a selector to tell it where to append the content, and that's basically what I want, to append something to the DOM in the posts div, or whatever that's called. I'm not sure. I think there's something like append, yeah, DOM mutations, append. inner HTML. So that replaces everything. Oh, so this looks interesting. So this one inserts the content inside a target element before its first child. Yeah, that's what I want. Okay, so let's try this. That. And then I need to provide it with a selector. So the selector is going to be posts. Let me see. I'm going to define one here. Posts. Okay, so the idea is that it will add everything in here, right? Okay, and then how do I tell it to use this after begin? Oh, position after begin, and now I need to tell it what to insert. So for the HTML, I can use render to string. Let me see. Render to string. Okay, let's try that. Render to string posts post. And I might need to do this. Let's see. Okay, so let's try to run the test. Undefined local variable or method cable ready in the controller. Okay, I need to include the controller helper module. What was that called? Include cable ready broadcaster. Undefined method post. Right. Using template. Post. Partial. Do I need to do this? Local variable. Okay, so now it can find that template, but it doesn't know locals. Okay. So it looks like the broadcast is working. I think there's just one more thing I need to do. And it has to do with the connection and how it can differentiate between sessions. And for that, I need to add a few lines in here, like identified by session ID, and find a connect method so that it knows that these are different sessions. Identified, yeah. No, that's not working. Ah. So one more thing I need to do here is to broadcast. The cable ready queued up actions, or whatever you want to call those. And that's still not working. Let me just pop the browser open and see what's going on here. Okay. So, new post. This is the third post. Nope, I don't see it. Missing DOM element for selector posts. Huh. Does this need to be an ID like that? Look at that. Okay. So now it should work. Let's try it again. So this is the fourth post. And there you go. So now the posts are broadcasted to everyone that's looking. Okay, so cable ready works now, but this page looks awful. Cool. So let's commit this stuff. Okay, cable ready. Added cable ready broadcasting. Awesome. So now the next thing we will do is to add that menu that we had here. So the like icon especially, and the number of likes, and make that work whenever you like and unlike a post. These numbers should change without reloading the page, and they should also be broadcasted to the other window. So when I like a post here, then I should be able to see it in here, and for it to change the number of likes. So that's what we're going to do tomorrow. So I hope you like this, and if you want to see something in particular, make sure to write in the comments so I can pick it up the next day. And we'll continue with this streaming stuff until all these features are implemented. I'm not sure how long that's going to take. I assume it's going to take 5 days, but we'll see. Cool, so take care and see you tomorrow.